This podcast is sponsored by Darling Eyewear. Activate your alter ego with Darling Eyewear and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop darlingeyewear.com. Tell them Demetrius Lee and Angela Lee in the Lee Life Experience Podcast sent you. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to a new edition of the Lead Life Experience Podcast. You have Angie here and Demetrius, and we are giving you our own life experience. Listen, we want to thank you so much for rocking with us, whether you're doing it on your commute to work or to or from work, or you just sitting at your cubicle and you saying, hey, I need a little laughter, a little entertainment in my life. That's why I joined the Lead Life Experience Podcast. Listen, I want to give a huge shout out to Clarissa. Clarissa asked me when she seen me at work, I want to tell her thank you because I was covering a clinic. And she said, Angie, those are some nice glasses, nice eyewear you have on. So where can I get them? So Demetrius, can you please tell her how can she get her a pair of Darlings? Because she said, Angie, I never heard of them.
Yeah, I can tell Carissa, go to
Yes.
shopdarling.com. Darling Eyewear, darlingeyewear.com, and put in for them. The glasses, and you got on Angie, they're called classy.
Classy. I think
Yeah,
I am.
classy, yeah,
I
Carissa.
think I am.
So darlingeyewear.com, sweetie. Go there and get you a pair of them dollars.
All
And tell them the
right.
Lee Podcast sent you.
Of course. And thank you so very much. And again, those of you, if you are new, you just tuning in and you saying, hey, Angie, I really like what y'all doing. But I want you to resonate with my story. And again, you all, a lot of these things, Demetrius and I have personal experience in, if not everything that we talked about. We are giving you our experience, how we overcame some of our life challenges. And again, we're not bragging on it. We give God all the glory, all the honor, because without him, it would not be us. I can pretty much promise you that. But again, if you would like to get your topics heard or you just want to say, hey, I want to be connected, go ahead and pull out your phones right now and text 833-370-1608. Put relationship in the comments so I know exactly what you want and you can be able to comment back and tell me, hey, I want to get your topics heard. So if you got a topic that you want to submit, then again, it comes with a questionnaire and we'll need a little more information because we want to thank all the participants who have been brave enough to email in and being able to, listen, if you want to do it anonymously, you can do that as well. You don't have to put a name on it. You can just say, hey, just pull one out your grab bag and being able to put my name on it. If you want to change your location, you're welcome to do that as well because, again, Demetrius and I are not trying to bring shame to you or your relationship at all. We want to do things with dignity and so with dignity and integrity. In order for us to do that, just let us know and we will not make sure that we could camouflage the story so it won't be pointed to you because a lot of things we talk about when people see us, they were like, Angie, how y'all know my business? But again, you are not the only one going with this particular situation. So, Demetri, do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, like you're saying, a lot of people ask me, some people ask, why y'all just do relationship? It's what the podcast is about. It's about relationship. It's about
Life.
what going on everyday life. People sitting all the time, like say, you might think I'm talking to you, but you'd be surprised that people go through the same thing you go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't surprised because of the age I am. I see it all the time because stuff I be talking about at work, a lot of 9 out of 10, a couple of dudes at work going through the same thing. But we here to help people. Like I said, we ain't no professionals, but we got experience. That's one thing we do got. We got experience. We got experience with each other, outside of each other. I've been around people who, gonna talk to me about certain things that helped me got what I got to it. And they told me they want me to share it, because I never was the person I was now. I was in a bad situation myself a lot of time. Yeah.
All right, Demetrius, do you want to say anything about coming clean or are you
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. I got to talk about come clean.
Of course.
I need them. I got to get them to send me. Hey, I get about 10 more good people. I'll be ready. I need about 10 more good people. I got a couple people I got to get back to. And you know who I'm talking to. I ain't forgot about you. I'm going to get you I'm going to get to you. We're going to get your story and let you see what you got to say. And just hold on. I'm coming. But, hey, Andrew, give them the number to put in the call. A text, I'm sorry,
It's
call.
833-370-1608 and put clean in the comment so we'll know exactly what you want.
And you want to come clean, something you did in the past that you're ashamed of, or you want to apologize to somebody. That ain't make we ain't calling no name. Just tell them you're sorry and what you did. Yeah, it was me. I did it. I lied to you. I did it. Or it wasn't me. I want to tell you the truth. It really wasn't me. Or you just tell them what you want to say. And the only person gonna know is y'all two or three or four whoever involved parties will know. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So Demetrius, how you doing today?
I'm doing good today, Honey Bunch. I'm curious what you kind of email we got today that you're talking about.
Okay, well, we're gonna get right into it since we kind of did a lot of housekeeping rules and giving them a way to purchase their own pair of eyewear. I think that'll be lovely. So this here email is coming out of Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Green Bay
Yes.
Packer cheeseheads.
All right.
You know
So
what that
this
means, do you? Go ahead. I'm sorry. I may
I
cut
really
you off.
don't. I really don't. But I'm gonna
I know you
roll
did.
with it because hey, you said it. I'm rolling with you. Okay, this is a young lady. Her name is Katrina. Katrina is 43 years old and she is currently engaged. She was like her and her man has been dating for 5 years. They recently got engaged. She said they met, they was drinking, and it was all fun and games when they initially was drinking. But now she has stopped and he won't. She said his becoming a health concern because she's seeing the whites of his eyes are changing colors to a yellow. She said, and he has not been to the doctor. He won't go to a doctor. So she is afraid, and she want to know, Angie. I seen Demetrius drinking. Like, does his characteristics change when you all are together? So how do you? Asking me, how do you handle it? Because now, since she's no longer participating with drinking, now it's such a turn off. But she loves her man. So Demetrius, I'm gonna go with you, and then because she asked me, I'm gonna come to it later on. So Demetrius, what is your advice to Katrina?
First thing, why she watch me drinking when I'm drinking? I ain't
Because
drink. I don't drink that much on this podcast. I might have one little drink every once in a while.
that's not quite
Trina,
true.
oh yeah, it is true. But you caught my attention. She said, "The man, I gotta ask you something, because because you're a nurse. We said eyes getting. What that mean? She says eyes getting what now? I mean,
Yellow.
like your liver going bad or something. You think what you saying?
Yeah, I'm thinking he has hit when your body parts start turning yellow. I don't know because he hadn't been diagnosed, and I can't diagnose anybody. I'm a registered nurse, not an MD. So
Yeah.
what I would say is it is some liver damage done, and I would love, love, love for him to go to the doctor to be able to see do he have cirrhosis. And again, because
Oh
when your
Lord.
liver starts changing like that, 9 times out of 10 it is some damage, and you've been doing it for so long. She didn't say how long he had been doing it, but she know he been doing it for the 5 years that they've been together. The thing is, she was consuming with him, but again, Demetrius, you when you both single and you out there, mingling, you do single things, and now they have gotten into a relationship that's leading to marriage. Now it's not fun and games anymore. So what is
Yeah.
even your advice to her?
I can kind of see where she's going with that.
Yeah,
Cause don't get me wrong now. You take a drink in once in a while,
I
but I
do.
couldn't go with a woman who drank all the time.
What?
No, I couldn't do it. I said it back. I couldn't marry one. I might can deal with her, have a good time before I'm good, but I can't. I don't want a woman who drank all the time.
Hmm.
I wouldn't, and I can marry a woman. I want a man who drink all the time,
Hmm.
especially a man about to get sick. Cause that's a turn off. I've been that man, folks. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm saying what I'm saying. I've been that man who drunk all the time. But now I'm ashamed of it. Now I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to drink all the time. I might take me a drink every once in a while. But she sounding like that man going through some sickness problem. And telling her off too. She don't want to, kind of she don't got tired of it. What she need to do, she need to talk to the man, tell her how she really feel about it, and get him to go to the doctor first thing. The man need to go to the doctor because there's something wrong. Cause alcohol is killing us slowly.
Yeah.
Young people, older people. Killing your brain cell. It's killing your sex parts for a man. And he 43 like that drinking out. Now, she didn't say how much he drinking. I don't know what she call a lot of drinking. I can't, like I said, I ain't around that man. He might drink one
Yeah,
beer a
both
day. That might
both
be
of
drinking.
them both of them are 43.
Yeah, okay, but She said he drank it every day. Now I don't know if he drinking one beer a day or he getting drunk every day. She didn't say that, but she don't like him. Kind of like she wanted to start drinking. Period.
Well,
So
go ahead.
go. No, I'm just
Let you
saying.
go.
I'm trying to get a picture of my idea in my head. Cause I don't want to say the wrong thing. Offend the man. Cause the guys, a beer a day. Keep the doctor away. He ain't that bad. Hey, you want beer? Hey.
A beer day. Yeah, yeah. I never heard that. So we're gonna take the apple out and we're gonna give you a beer. That sounds very healthy, sir. Very healthy.
But I can see what you're saying. If you drink it every day, like I say, who listen to this podcast, don't get the wrong idea. I told you I do drink. But the shit is a turnoff. I don't like a drunk ass woman. And I know a woman don't drunk ass man. I understand that. I'm gonna stop with that and let Honey Bunch go because before I get deep into the thing, because alcohol kind of touch a thing. Because lately I've been worrying about it because people getting sick around me and stuff. I've been looking at the news and people getting a lot of stuff going with alcohol right now. But go ahead, Honey Bunch. I'll get back to it.
Okay. I really should have did the statistics on how many black men, and I'm assuming black, but out of Wisconsin, it could be diverse. So I'm not gonna just give statistics on what race she is because she didn't say with a name like Katrina. It
She
could
could
be
be
either way.
Caucasian, baby.
Yeah,
She
that's
might have.
exactly. So I'm not gonna go to the Pacific, so that's why I didn't do research on it. But what I am gonna say is that if you can get him to listen to this podcast and being able to say that if you really love your significant other, when you get married, and I know you speaking to a couple that married and divorced and then remarried. When you get married, and you didn't say whether it was first time, second time, or third time, and I don't really care how many times, but you hopefully that's your life partner. You hopefully that when you stand by the vows to death do us part, you really hoping that that's really what you're doing. But it can become a burden when you having to accept all these things that you really didn't sign up for. I know you all met and you was drinking, but again, when you single and you out there, you trying to meet people, and then you all collide and you make it as one. Some of those habits supposed to drop off. You don't still supposed to keep going to that club. Still supposed to still entertain, your friends. You don't still supposed to be on the online chat if that's where you met. Some things supposed to drop off because you have now connected with your potential mate. And as you moving on into getting married and things are getting more serious and you looking at it, I don't know if you have children, but if you don't have children, you can cause problems. I have seen, and I don't deal with just alcoholism, so I'm just telling you some diseases and disorders that can come from drinking, smoking, and because of your habits, your child can, reap the consequences of the things of your actions. Even your health, what you're doing in your younger years, and I'm saying it because I did it. When you drinking and you having, eating unhealthy, when you get in your older years, because Demetrius and I in our late 40s, early 50s, health issue is we look at it differently, Demetrius, right? Than we looked at it when we were our son age. We didn't care.
That's right.
You didn't care because we thought we was invincible. But now it's a harder to get the weight off. Now when you drink, it's a little, your organs don't bounce back. And you start losing those particular things, especially for a man, going through liver. Liver is one of those major components like your heart. Have you ever seen anybody pass away? I would challenge you to see, and I'm just gonna call the man Joe. The reason I'm saying because it's a Jane Doe, and then just John Doe, just because it's a that's a neutral name. Excuse me.
Bless you, Honey Bunch.
Thank you. I would challenge you to just go to the doctor and see what's wrong. To make sure those consequences like your eyes turning colors. What is the reason why that is happening? Because we as people, we don't want to hear. We want to live in a life of denial because we don't want to face reality. And when you don't want to face reality, that means you have to do something. And so Demetrius, that's what I believe it is. He's not going to the doctor, and he's avoiding going to the doctor because, like you were saying about some family members, they want to ignore the truth so they won't have to face it in order to do to do the work. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to test their blood sugar. They don't want to, get on They do not want to face the truth. And I know he's scared to go to the doctor because he is going to have to be faced with some changes. And then I'm go ahead and tell you that even if it's not liver, your pancreas, when you putting that much alcohol in you, pancreatitis, I have a lot of people are passing away from that pancreatic cancer. Several people. And when it's going, it's happening quick. So if you at 43 and you know if we live now, and a lot of us have been living until your later years, I'm just gonna say that you have another 40 years to go. You know, till you turn 83. Do you want to do it on your own, living, talking, operating, doing it on your own, or would you want somebody to you have to having to rely on to change you, to brush your teeth? You wait on them before you can use the bathroom. I want you all to think about that because when you're talking about marrying somebody and these are the issues that come up, are you willing to put on? And when I'm saying it's a burden, being a caregiver is work. I'm telling you, and everybody'll come by. But Demetrius, it is work. They'll come by after the funeral. They'll want whatever that's left over. But doing that in those transition years, a month, that's work. So, if you don't want anybody taking care of you, bruh, go to the doctor and at least give her a peace of mind so she can, she's not getting married to be, a number one caregiver in no healthy years. You getting married still, 43 is still young, that you all can go and do a lot of other things besides watching you, deteriorate. All right, Demetrius. We're back. Listen, you are tuning in to the Lee Life Experience Podcast. Before break, we were talking to Katrina about her fiance and her noticing some changes with his eyes. And she has been dating him and noticed that they met and they both were partaking in alcohol. But now, they've been in this long term relationship. And now she was like, that's not attractive anymore. She really, really want him to stop. And she wants to know about changes in how do I being able to accept or can hold on, what have I noticed or how do you address your partner when they drinking? But she has verbalized, they have talked about it, but of course he is very defensive about it. So Demetrius, can you talk about if you have seen other people, you drink alcohol and you have seen how alcohol have did people, changes some of your peers or whatever, and you also have had some friends, some of your female friends call you and talking to you, and it don't have to be like close friends, but have talked to you and was asking, getting your feedback, like what should they do? So Demetrius, what would you tell Katrina, or being able to tell, like I told him Joe Doe, what would you be able to tell him about how he can recognize like some of the changes or how it changing?
First off, alcohol been a part of my life for a long time, off and on. And alcohol, we say call him John Doe. Alcohol, man, changes you, man. It make you back in when I get to drinking that stuff, man. I had a loose mouth. My tongue was real free. I was saying the thing. I wanted to be a comedian. I wasn't mean. I didn't get mean, but I love to crack jokes and laugh. Have a good time. But hell, sometimes you run out, man. And I ran out a lot of time. My jokes wasn't funny no more. I pissed people off, stuff I was saying, And I had to look at myself. My dad came in one day and he told me, he said, son, you need to stop drinking that liquor. That liquor changes you. And I said, well, all I know, I didn't get mean, want to fight nobody, but I didn't see the other side. He said, no, you ain't getting mean, but you play too much. You play around, you crack joke, you're making everybody mad at you. You need to let it go. And that's when I backed off liquor. I came off of that, started drinking beer. Because you drink beer, that shit pick wet on you. Man, you can't, it's no win situation. Alcohol just do stuff to you. Then I've been around people who got drunk, they got mean. I mean, they say things, they turn to a different person. I don't know who this person be. When they sober, they talking to you just as nice as they want to be, respectful, and they get alcohol, turn into a madman. Some women, I saw women turn into like, people I know, a woman, men look at women, like, I got a mama, I love my mama, but my mama don't drink. But you look at a woman get drunk like that, that's a turn off. They turn like, they get loose. A man can take advantage of them. So a man, you the same way. Man, you get drunk. I know you men listen to this podcast and I'm talking about You see a woman and you sober, you say, great, hey, that sure was an ugly woman. You get about 5, 6 liquor drinks in you, damn, she fine as hell. I mean, alcohol change you, man. So John Doe, man, I know what your girl's saying, and one thing I'm gonna tell her too. When you met that man who was drinking, now you want him to quit. Now I agree with you, but you gotta know what you getting into when you got there. Cause you want to quit, that don't mean he gonna quit. Now I agree with you. That's what you're saying. Cause I don't work, so I don't want to drunk woman, but you gotta talk to him, work with him, and you want to make it work. Cause he might not want to quit. I hope he do, but me, I wanted to quit, and I still take a drink. I told myself I'm not drinking no more alcohol. Just be drinking on the weekend because I'm off. I'm gonna use it when I go on vacation or I'm doing something. Cause I'm gonna ask you a question, John Doe. Now, a lot of men, I'm gonna make some men mad who listen to this podcast, and it might make some women mad. I don't know, but I've been living 53 years. I can count on my finger. On my finger, I got 10 fingers. How many men I saw 80 years old, 75 to 80 that drunks. Now, you listen to this podcast, I want y'all to think about it. How many men you see walking around in their 80s drunk? You know what you're going to say? Dang, you might see one or two, but I doubt you're going to see one. Because you know why? Know why, honey butt?
Why?
Because they're all dead.
Wow.
Alcohol killed them before they got to that age. More men who drink like every day, like drinking like that, they might live to get 65 to 73. They're dead. Alcohol take them all out of here. Now, you think I'm lying? Whoever listens to this podcast, I want you to look at your family member, people you know. You see a man in the bar, you ain't gonna see no 85-year-old man with no ball getting drunk. You might see one at a football game, maybe. It's some occasion. But it's very rare you gonna see a 85, 80-year-old man just drinking every weekend, every day. He ain't gonna make it. Alcohol gonna take care of him. It gonna give him dementia or something. The alcohol it's just drugs like crack and cocaine, baby.
Look at Wendy Williams.
Oh my, oh Lord, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Look at the deteriorating of Wendy Williams. You know,
yeah, when they said,
devastating.
what you say they gave her dementia, right? Some kind of dementia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, alcohol. I mean, other stuff too. Go with that now. You know, I listened to the story about it, but I don't get too much in there. But alcohol, I'm telling you, John Doe, that shit change you. It's gonna kill you. I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm gonna sound like a broken record. You tell me somebody you been around. You look when you go in a restaurant. How many 75-year-old men see you see in the bar getting drunk? You ain't gonna see that. If you do, it might be one. Cause any man who drink out like that, he gonna die when he get by 73, 74. And I'm telling you, you listen to you still living, you better stop drinking. You won't keep living. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Wow. You calling out some eye opener things, Demetrius. And I think, when we are partaking in and let's do a correction, because I heard you say your mom don't drink. Your mom do drink. Your mom just don't get drunk.
Oh, what I should have said. Yes, you will take a drink.
Yeah,
I meant to
because
say she don't even drunk. Yeah.
no, because I don't want Demetrius.
Hey,
and
hold
I-
on, hold on. You keep my mom name out your mouth now. I'm gonna told you about that now.
Listen, now I'm just only saying, but your mom is 70. How old is Chris?
76.
76 years old. And again, uh, when we're talking and you think about, and I was calling him Joe, though, but John, though, is exactly the name that fit. You have to look and see what do you want for your outcome of your livelihood. What are you willing to do? And being able to see. So when Demetrius and I come back on after another break, Demetrius is gonna be able to tell you some things that he did in order and how he changed his mindset. Because when we have habits are really mindset. If you used to getting up every day, this is what I was telling Demetrius. When we was discussing the topics and discussing other things about, as people age. And I began to tell him that I was taking care of a private client. And as I was taking care of the private client and we went to the psychiatrist told me, ma'am, you will miss it because you taking care of them every day. But if you were to not be around, somebody else who don't be around would know. They'll be able to notice the change or the pattern. So because a person have did that every day, they can do it. I know some of you all are thinking about people with mental illness. Oh, they crazy. Oh, they schizophrenic. Oh, they bipolar. Whatever the case may be, or paranoid. And you wondering how can they stay on their own? In California, group homes are huge. In Georgia as well, group home is huge. How can they stay by themselves and they still can function. They're not, it's not like they don't know anything. They still know, but they just need guidance. They need somebody there with a normal IQ to be able to direct them to make sure they taking their medications on time. So even with you drinking alcohol, or I would associate, it's a lot of things that's addictive. Food is addictive. That's why
Hell
they have
yeah.
that's why they have it. Weight loss is addictive. I had a patient not too long ago, anorexic nervosa. They was addicted to throwing up, and I had a man and a female throwing up. I mean, doing it. So it's not like it's just a woman thing. It's just not just teenagers that's doing it. These were grown adult people, but they did not want to get fat. So guess what? They were eating and then they were binging. That's an addiction, and it's an unhealthy addiction. So I don't want you to think that we kind of picking at you and kind of using
No,
it
we're trying
in.
to help the dude, trying to tell
Yeah.
him here.
No, but I'm saying it's easy to get defensive, Demetrius, when you don't want to change. You wanted to
Yeah.
change. But again, let's go back when we were calling you out on some of your things. Demetrius, you didn't want to hear it. Oh, I don't drink every day. Oh, I don't drink this, that. Because you immediately get defensive because you don't want anybody to call you out on it. And I say the same thing when Demetrius, when I say something about losing weight. Demetrius like, Angie, how you gonna lose weight when you started eating? You just ate some M&M. So it's harder when you have when people are looking at you and you saying, wait a minute, they're calling you out on it. And no, everybody got how they dukes up. Everybody's defensive. So I would highly suggest you to kind of pull back and being able to look at it with love. So Demetrius, how were you able to um that when I'm saying we, I'm talking about everybody, when we was able to kind of tell you about the highlight. Demetrius, are you drinking? And you like, no. Do you feel like you was in denial now that you look back on it? Now that you not doing
Yeah,
drinking
some
like
of it
that?
was now, but see, I know I wasn't drinking like my mind said. Me, what I call a drunk, a person who just drank all day and all day.
Hmm.
So called, I don't do that. But I
Like the
drink one or
neighborhood
two
of
big.
like Ned the Wino on Fred
Yeah,
Sanford. Yeah,
yeah.
that
Somebody
yeah,
doing that. That's me. A drunk. When y'all come at me, yeah, you drink all the time. Yeah, I might drink a beer every day. But the hell, that wouldn't bother to me. That wasn't no big deal.
yeah,
You know. And then I started watching people that who really drank. And I know I wasn't like that. I've been around people who really got drunk. I said, damn, I don't act like that. I don't get drunk and fall asleep and fall in the flow, go to sleep in the car. I don't do that kind of crap. So that's what I call a drunk to me at the
yeah.
time y'all saying to me. But I did have a problem because I was drinking every day. I drink a beer every day. So that dude, John Doe, you talking about, I don't know what he doing. So he probably think like I'm thinking, well, that ain't no
Yeah.
big deal.
I know he's thinking like you thinking. That's the reason why I felt that this email was, we can talk about it from a personal standpoint because you just recently overcame it. And because you recently have overcame it, how
Hold on, hold
can
on,
we?
hold on, hold on. Okay, you may say I'm like a damn wino. So
No,
like
no,
I've
no.
been like I've been to rehab. Like I've been to
No,
rehab.
I wasn't. No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, you
I'm
said
just,
overcame
you
it.
overcame it. I'm saying because Demetrius,
I know I'm just messing with you.
when we have said something about drinking, you wasn't ready to change. And I think with you being a male, coming from you, they can receive it better. That you're not pointing the blame in, because I'm sure it's the way that she's talking to him. I'm sure that, when you telling, she probably telling, I'm tired of you drinking. I mean, it's coming more as a fussing and more as a mom, or, a put down, instead of it coming from a caring place, which we know is caring. But, how can you educate Katrina on how to handle the situation? And she got to handle this situation with soft gloves, because she didn't say he was abusive when he was drinking. She was just saying that he coming out of character. And I'm sure she talking about, he might get embarrassing, like you said, saying inappropriate things to women at the wrong time. You're not being mindful of your attitude. So
Well, I first thing what my son tell me, he say it's my delivery
Mm-hmm.
I hope she's using the right delivery.
Exactly.
Yeah, first that's the first
Exactly.
thing with him. The other thing, you need to listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Let him listen to, hey, Katrina, let your husband, boyfriend, I mean your fiance, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I ain't got you married. I want you to see you get married to him. Let
Yeah.
him listen to the podcast. And I can tell you right now, I'm gonna say, look at him, man. Let him listen to the part right here. When I drank, my name is Demetrius Antonio Lee. When I started drinking, I don't know who that man is, Demetrius. I turned to Tick. Tick Daddy, Tick, Darling. They call me Darling. I turned to all kind of people. And some people love that man. They love Tick. They love Darling. But they love him for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
They didn't love him for the right reason, man. Alcohol turned me into somebody that my mouth, I did things I wouldn't say on this podcast. And, I went with my wife. I mean, things that I'm ashamed of. I ain't talking with women. I'm just talking about things that a man wouldn't do if you wasn't drinking. I'm talking about saying stuff, embarrass yourself, make your family look bad. And I did all that. And I'm ashamed of that. I don't want to be that man anymore. I love Demetrius. Demetrius Antonio Lee. He's a good man. So whoever the boy, John Doe, his name is, man, I know that alcohol changes. You might think it ain't. It making you do something that she noticing in you because she drinking with you. She ain't gonna be able to tell it, but evidently she ain't drinking. She
Mm-hmm.
can see the change in you.
Yeah. She said she quit
So you know somebody, see, my mama always tell me, if somebody tell you something,
more than one time.
time, you better look at yourself. Start checking yourself. It don't mean that they might be going overkill, but something going on right there. So man, please check yourself. I'm gonna tell you later on when we come back on this podcast. We talk about. I'm gonna tell you what made me change my mind and go the way I went. But I just kind of sad when I talk about it because I didn't think about my uncles them. They drank. They gone now. I call man, take you out of here, bro. Take you out of here, Angel.
All right. We are back. Listen, as we were gathering our thoughts from the break, John Doe, I want you to also, I want you to think about. I'm sure you're a sportsman. Most men are no matter your race, but most men, not everybody, but most. I want you to think about. It's a man that name was hitting the headlines not too long ago, and Demetrius can tell you more about him and what position he played and everything. But I noticed he was what's the name of it, Demetrius? The one channel
Undisputed.
Undisputed. And I want you to research and Sherman.
And
Sherman
Richard,
is
Richard, Richard
Richard,
Sherman.
Richard Sherman. I want you to look him up. I want you to do a Google search of him and see how alcohol has, for him drinking, and not first time, second. This is the second time. How are you gonna let the same snake bite you twice? How? When if you knew it was a problem, and I'm sure it's because he was defensive and he was guiding. When I'm saying guiding, I'm talking about he was defensive about it. So and he don't want to accept the truth. When you don't want to accept the truth, it's called denial. And a lot of us are in denial about things we enjoy. And a lot of us are in denial because it's things that we're fearful of. When you are fearful of and you scared of the unknown, you don't want to make changes. And when you don't want to make changes, is you okay being comfortable in an uncomfortable situation? And I know that if you having health issues, you done had some symptoms. It's impossible not to have any symptoms. You may have ignored it. And a lot of us, I just taught a class the other day, your body has a language. A lot of us are so busy through the hustle and bustle, we don't know our body language. It's just like a relationship, it has a love language. Your body has a language. It can come in the form of a headache, it can come in the form of bad breath, it can come in the form of constipation, diarrhea, frequent urination, urgency, foul smelling poop. This is your body language. It's letting you know.
Rash.
Rash, yep, yes. Skin, hearing. When you notice some difference in your ear, that's a language. But a lot of us don't want to go because we don't want to face the unknown, and we end up making excuses. I seen so many people come in there with headaches. Oh, I've been trying to fight it. It's been going on for 3 months. Back pain, going on with foot getting numb, going on just ignoring it. Finger with numbness and tingling, feel like needles sticking you. That is a language. Frequent nosebleed is a language.
Gout.
Brushing your teeth with the and it start bleeding. That's a language. When you saying gout, Demetrius, that's a diagnosis. I'm saying, but
But
for
alcohol
you,
causes it flare up. It'll flare
yeah,
it up.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. But you notice that what one of the symptoms though, Demetrius? What is one of the symptoms with gout? Your swelling. That's a
Yeah, your
symptom.
feet. Yeah, my feet
Yeah.
swell up.
So no,
My
I'm talking about you wouldn't know it was gout if you didn't go to the doctor to get a diagnosis. I'm
oh yeah,
talking.
the first time I got it, I was 27 years old. I woke up in the morning. I thought I had broke my leg. Got drunk the night before and fell off somebody's porch. Cause my ankle swole. You know, you get drunk, and you do all kind of stuff. Like I say, Tick did all kind of things. So I went to the emergency room, baby, thinking I'm gonna fail off somebody's porch or walked off a rock or something. He x-rayed my foot. He told me good news and bad news. Good news, Mr. Lee, your foot is not broke, ankle is not broke. I said, what the bad news then? He said, you got gout. I said, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
At 27. And he explained it to me. And it been haunting me all my life. I'm 53 and it still changed me around.
Mm-hmm.
It changed me.
You have to join another episode for him to go in deeper about that. But the particular diagnosis, no, I'm saying because Demetrius, that's a common disorder that, and it doesn't matter the race, cause non-black people have that as well, have
Shit,
gout.
women
So
get it, men get
yeah,
it.
exactly. Women get it
Not,
as well.
some food causes it, but it's all about food. But alcohol will flare it up if you don't know how to handle your alcohol when you get it. I know how to drink alcohol and keep mine flaring up, but you don't. It'll get you.
Yeah. So with that being said, and I know we saying a lot, and some of you all that's listening, you're thinking like, hey, am I having these issues? I'm telling you, you having these issues, whether it's dry eye or your ears dry, something is going on and it's talking to you, but you ignoring it. Hair loss, you know, is a sign as well. So just think about different things. Dry mouth is a
Hold
language
on.
too.
One thing you living out. Your blood pressure get high.
Oh
Your
yeah.
blood pressure.
How did I overlook that one
Yeah.
out of
Yeah, I don't know
all?
why you slipped that one now.
Yeah.
Sugar. Sugar shoots up.
Well, they wouldn't know sugar if they don't have a machine though. So I was just trying to name some things that they battling with that they have these issues, but they're not going to a doctor to get a complete diagnosis. So they in denial about it. So
Like
they
my
know
friend
it.
said, alcohol cause you to have the mushroom stomach.
Oh yeah,
You know what the mushroom stomach is? You
I
don't want
don't.
nothing to, you don't want nothing to eat. You know, when you look at food, you just want to throw up. You know there's something wrong. Some people abuse it. I've been there. It's called hangovers. You ever heard of hangover?
Hmm.
Okay, yeah. So them signs of alcohol drinking, but
And to me, it's a myth, but Demetrius them says it's true that when you wake up from that hangover, they say, "Oh, the cure is drink some more." What in the world? I think that. Why would you
I ain't
say
say drink some more. Take your
that?
drink.
Did drink? You say you
Take a
did say
drink.
drink. You're not the only one said it. A lot of people say it. If you have a hangover, drink some more. I done seen it on TikTok. Drink more. And I'm thinking to myself, and I'm saying it you all because I'm not a drinker. I do drink sociably. And I have been praying that God, take it from me. Now, when you ask God to take something from you, He will do it if that's what you really want Him to honor. And so I noticed that the drinks that I choose are drinks that was real fruity. And as I noticed that when I check my blood sugar, I'm not a diabetic, but I just check my blood sugar anyway, just because I was teaching class. But anyway, I noticed that when I was drinking, and I was drinking amaretto sour to give you a few lemon drops, and the ring around it, that look nice little.
Forget
Most
about
people,
your gin and juice.
no, I don't drink gin and juice. Gin and juice is not my thing.
I know
So
you
I'm
drink
just,
gin and juice.
I don't. Gin and juice not my drink. Who you been? Who you think I am? You confusing.
I thought you like crying raw on the rocks.
No, and I definitely ain't doing no hardcore liquor. So no, no. Sorry, you got the wrong girl. You got the wrong one, but come right, roll it back.
Hey,
Yeah, roll it back.
I have a flashback. I know
Yeah, I
what
think so. I think so. I think so.
Oh Lord.
So, but the reason why I brought that up is because I want you to being able to connect some things with your. I don't know if you have other health issues, but being able to connect the dots to some of these things that might be happening. So again, I was in denial because I did not want to cut out my intake of when I was going, and I noticed that every time I was going out, I was getting these cocktails, and I would check my blood sugar at nighttime before I go to bed. When I got up, 6 hours, 8 hours later, or even when I did it at noontime, my blood sugar still was in the hundreds, and I couldn't understand like why. So everybody take Z-Quil. I take Z-Quil, Benadryl. You have to be you have to be mindful of those because they have alcohol in it. So, again, things that you're not thinking, it would set you over because I had a patient as well, Demetrius, came in. He was a priest. He was a priest and came in and he was going through DTs, which was withdrawals, and they had given him some sleep aid and it had alcohol in it. And he was already, he couldn't tolerate alcohol because he had been going so long without it. And I'm just telling you, something as simple when your body is wanting it and it craves it, if you don't give it to you, your body start fighting off each other, fighting itself. And it's called like DTs. When you start going through DTs, it is a
Yeah.
very go ahead.
Damn, baby. What going with me? I be wanting you like that. That's what's wrong with me.
I don't know if it's DTs or not.
I be
It's
wanting
called
you so
Angie.
bad.
It's
I
called
be
Angie.
damn, okay.
Hmm.
That
But
was that
I'm
why
just
I be feeling
on.
like
I'm
that.
just whatever. I'm just only saying that when you going through those DTS and you have a blackout, because it can get very, very serious, and that person is very, very dangerous. They are very, very strong, and they start going through psychosis. So I'm giving you on the worst part of it. So if you don't go and get these things handled, it can be very, very bad, Demetrius. And I'm telling you, the things that you're talking about, you haven't even seen the brink of it, of how worse it could be.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this to him. I'm gonna let you finish it up, but I'm gonna say this to him. What you call, you go on YouTube or anything, you look at something and you keep bringing it back. You call that, what you call
The
that when
algorithm.
algorithm? That's right. I'm gonna tell him what made me quit drinking. I'm gonna tell him why I quit. First thing, a lot of people close to me gonna pass away. I know alcohol has something to do with it. I ain't saying it's all about alcohol. It has something to do with it. People close to me. And I looked at alcohol one time, I just looked up some on YouTube about losing weight. Alcohol stop you from losing weight. And I work out all the time, but I get a little edge, then I get it back, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. It's the alcohol doing it. I was I'm busting my butt all week long, and the alcohol put this wet on me, come off, put it back on me. And then I realized that alcohol caused dementia, help with dementia. And I realized that men, I say early in the podcast, everybody I seen was who drunk alcohol was drunk. They was like in the like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. But ladies I seen, I ain't seen no 80-year-old drunk man run around here. Cause they ain't gonna make it to see 80. And that scared me. I said, I'm gonna quit. I watched my daddy. My daddy 80 years old. And when I say my daddy don't drink, he don't drink through the weekday, the weekend. Only time he'll drink, I watched him. He go on vacation. Always a special occasion like Christmas, Thanksgiving. But he ate, he in good shape. He danced all night. And I thought, saying to myself, this man, 80 years old, he still have a good time when it's time to. Not because he won't, when it's time to. I said, I'm going to quit drinking. And that's what I did, John Doe. Man, I let it go, man. I didn't do it now on occasion, special events, family events, like my wife's sister coming in town. We're gonna do for her birthday, ain't it?
Birthday.
Okay, yeah. That's middle of April. So you talking about another month or something? I might don't do it then, but that's when I'm gonna do
No,
it. It's gonna
it's
be the
2
time to
weeks.
do it. Yeah,
Yes,
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, so I don't want to tell John Doe, man, that's why I quit drinking. Think about your health and living. I know you got kids. Man, I want to be a great granddaddy. A great, great, great granddaddy. I'm already a granddaddy. I want to be a great, great granddaddy. And the way I'm going to make it, I got to eat right. And alcohol ain't helping. And food. Food just worse than alcohol, but we talking about alcohol now for John Doe. Man, let it go. Go to the doctor, like my wife say. She'll know. She see it all the time. Don't take my word. This woman see it all the time. If your eye like that, I don't know. It might be something else, but you should at least want to know. So I don't want to say this last thing. Everybody listen to the podcast. Thank you for listening to us. Listen to me. I don't want to see everybody, just everybody making it in this world. Because, we don't know when it's time to go. Hell, I don't want to go, no alcohol take me out of here. I don't want alcohol take me out of here. So just remember what I told you. Last thing, Angie. I want everybody to look. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to keep saying it. When you walk around, go in bars, restaurants, see how many men they getting drunk. The men you see at the bar, they be 25, 40, 50 years old, 60. You ain't going to see no 80-year-old man in no bar getting drunk. And the man you see is 70, he about to go. All right, Honey Bunch, I didn't want to say that, get it out my chest, because it's a touch of something, alcohol. You know how I feel about
Yeah, yeah. You talk about me. Hey, you on there. You on one. So, listen, you all. I hope somebody has enjoyed this particular podcast. Like Demetrius said, he's passionate about it because he lost some family members behind it, and everybody know the class clown. The heavily intoxicated family member. We all have them. It's no escape, and it don't discriminate. But I also would love for you the opportunity to go to a AA meeting. You can just stop through. You don't need no appointment. They have them. Just find out. Just go. I mean, because I feel like we would not do you any justice if we don't give you the resources that's out there. They do have AA where you can go to like you said, you in Wisconsin, but pull up AA, website. Alcohol Anonymous is what that is, and being able to go to the 12 step program. And the thing with AA, it holds you accountable. It makes you get in there and admit that you are an alcoholic. And I'm saying it, I went because part of nursing. I went, and Demetrius, Demetrius, did you have to go? Did you have to go for work or something? I mean, for class or something?
I've been
A
alcohol playing
driver
when
license?
I was 16 years old.
Oh, you that young? Okay.
I got a DUI when I was
Oh,
16.
DUI. Yeah, DUI make you
I,
go.
yeah, I had a car wreck. To get my license back, I had to go to alcohol class at 16.
Oh
And it
wow.
took me to a prison too.
Oh.
And they really made me stop drinking and driving, really. I went to a prison, a maximum security prison at that.
Okay. Oh, and we didn't even touch on that. This. And Demetri, do we have like a few more minutes? I just want to touch on
Yeah,
that.
baby, you got all the time you want. We're trying to help people.
Yeah,
Ain't no
no,
time
I'm
living
just
to
no,
help
I'm just
nobody.
saying about the drinking and driving, and she didn't go into detail in that, but drinking, my friend, she used to call it liquid courage, and when she called it liquid courage, she was talking about because you get courage that you don't want, like I just talked about that guy Sherman, sorry,
Richard Sherman, yeah.
yeah, and talking about him. Not only, we had an incident. Demetri, do you remember getting a call in the middle of the night? And, and they calling us in the middle of the night. And we had a family member that was in the car, sleep. The car wasn't even on. The keys were in the passenger side. But the lady noticed that that car had been there all that time and called and gave us that call. And was drunk, sleep. The car wasn't on. The keys were in the passenger seat, and got a DUI and lost license for was it 6 months, Demetrius?
Yeah.
6 months.
Someone.
So that's what I'm saying. A family member. So again, I'm telling you, if you don't think that alcohol, that little bottle that you go to these little red dot stores, if you don't think it breaks home, if you don't think it breaks family, if you don't think it disconnect you from your job, you don't think it disconnect you from people that love you, just watch it.
I tell you what it will connect you with. While we talking about that
Lord, it ain't
with,
funny.
with jail time.
Oh,
Now, my
definitely.
dad used to tell me all the time. He said, all you worry about getting a DUI. That's all you worried about.
Hmm.
Go out there and kill somebody. Where were you going?
Yeah.
8 years in jail, you get manslaughter. Look at that football player. Killed that woman out
Yeah.
there in California. Man got a 25 million some like contract. Now he doing like 13, 11
Just
years in
had
jail.
recently got it, right? Then he just
Yeah,
like
he ain't had
recently.
it but a month.
Wow.
Yeah. So I called
Alcohol. And
John
what
Doe.
is that the
Go ahead.
one that had that nice
Corvette.
car? Oh,
Corvette. Yeah, the
yeah.
Corvette.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vegas out there. I think he's in
And
Vegas part of
then,
the
and not only that, Demetrius, over here in Georgia, when it was a football player, one of the Falcons or something. The crew lady was driving. He was a black guy, but she was a white female. that
Oh,
was
you talking
driving.
Georgia? No, you talking about the college football,
College,
Georgia
college,
Bulldog.
yeah, yes,
Georgia Bulldog, yeah,
yeah.
he break, yeah, had a break, yeah, killed,
That's
keep break,
right.
killed
After a night of celebrating.
yeah, they won the national championship that night. Then he, like the next day or two, they were going to a thing, yeah, they were
Yeah,
running
so
too fast.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying, that we have told our children and we have told people that when they come here and visit, we let them know that if you don't feel safe enough to get in an Uber, I want you to call us. We'll get you the Uber. We'll get you the Uber and you can share your location so we can track. And I also, since we're talking about alcohol, I want to also talk about, is a young lady, a college student. She lost her life in Columbia, South Carolina. She thought it was an Uber ride and mistaken the Uber ride for a predator that had the childproof on the locks. And when she got in the car, she could not get out because she was drinking and she didn't know. And the predator was riding around the night, that area. He was looking for somebody just like her that was drinking, that didn't know, and she trusting this person, and her friends allowed her to get in that Uber ride, well, what they thought was an Uber ride, by herself. Young lady, college student. I think she was going to school to be a lawyer. So the guy was black, the predator, and the young lady was a white female. And I'm standing with her family because it's terrible. You all do not know that when you're drinking, and if you drinking, and especially drinking by yourself, call somebody, get somebody on the phone, FaceTime somebody, let them know what your location is. Share, if you get an Uber, share the location, share the information. And I know whatever gonna happen, Demetrius, is gonna happen. But at least somebody can have a little bit of closure and say, hey, she shared her location. She got into this Toyota blue in the license plate, blah blah, whatever it is, and being able to get somebody some attention and attention to you quickly. But I'm saying all this in order for us to being able to bring it full circle. Katrina, I wish you the best. I hope something that we said. Please write us back to keep us updated. Demetrius, when you want to be updated on, did he take any of the advice that was given?
Yeah, no, just tell us that. Same when she reached us the first time, just reach out and let us know. We like to know and update it, and we'll be glad to let everybody know the podcast. What happened to her? What's going on in her life, Katrina? And thank you for writing in, and we appreciate the topic.
Yeah, good luck, and we want to see you send in your bride picture, your wedding picture, because we know you're gonna look amazing. Because that is an exciting time, and again, getting over some hurdles. This is just a hurdle, and you'll be okay. Thank you all again for joining the Lee Life Experience podcast. See you.
Hi, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the episode so far. You are here with the Lee Life Experiences. And remember, if you want to get your topics discussed or get our opinion or our perspective, join us text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comment.